It is that time of year when many of you don't know if it's Tuesday, the 27th, or Friday, the 30th. And with weather doing what it does, plus holiday stress, things can get overwhelming. Life coach and author David Essel joins us now with how we can overcome after the holiday blues and ways to prepare for the new year. So, David, we're very glad to have you with us.
Oh, I'm so glad to be with you and everyone in Atlanta and our surrounding areas. We've got a lot that we can cover today to help people move into 2023 in a great way.
Great. Well, let's just start off. What is the post-holiday blues and how long will it be here?
You know, the post-holiday blues are often caused by individuals who suffer with perfectionism, believe it or not. You know, those individuals that want everything to be perfect, but these years aren't that perfect. So maybe certain individuals weren't able to make it on time, or maybe other things happened and they were all excited, putting all their effort and energy into having an amazing holiday season, but it didn't turn out that way. And then after the holidays, we can have a letdown. You know, during the preparation of the holidays, we have a boost in adrenaline and dopamine and serotonin, all these chemicals in the brain. And then there's a letdown, a withdrawal. So we have to look at those expectations and sort of be able to flow with it. And then the other thing that's come up, it's different this year over the last couple of years, is many of us don't have the family members together like we used to. My family, we lost my mom and dad this year. So this was the first holiday without both mom and dad at Christmas. So, you know, it creates kind of a melancholy feeling. And the solution for all this is to really get some professional help. You know, reach out, ask some individuals, professionals, counselors, etc., what you can do to help minimize those after holiday blues.
Well, David, you hinted at some of the tips and solutions here, but it sounds like one of the big ones is all about expectations. Is it fair to say we just shouldn't have them?
Oh, no, we should have expectations, but realistic ones. You know, if we're able to flow and say, oh, my gosh, Uncle Bob's not going to come in, that is too bad, but we'll bring him in on FaceTime. You know, we need to be able to be flexible and flow with what's given us in life in order to get the most out of life.
And talk more about that therapy idea. Speaking to a professional, I know many people are concerned about the financial cost of these sorts of things. What can people do to seek reasonable help?
Well, there's a lot of organizations, religious organizations, churches, synagogues, temples that offer sliding scale fee counseling. So I'd say number one, go there. If you're really struggling, we have the Rescue Mission, we have the Salvation Army, we have women's shelters that offer counseling either for zero cost or very low cost. Look into your community and see what's available. Google online sliding scale counseling, because it's really crucial. We can't get through these times by ourselves.
Yeah. Well, the new year is fast upon us. It'll be here quite literally next week. And some people get really excited for a fresh start. Others move forward with a little less passion. So what's the difference in attitude?
So much of it, believe it or not, comes from what we watch, what we listen to, what we read, and who we hang out with. So if you're one of those individuals that over the last year has been jumping into every argument about the pandemic, the political insanity, the vaccines and the pandemic, the wars, the inflation, if you're one of those individuals that loves to get into that controversial discussions, this is going to be a tough year. Your attitude is going to be going really down. And so what we want to do is break out of that. And we have the control to do it. We have the control to change what we watch. You know, a lot of people are addicted to social media, video games. Believe it or not, those really do draw down your dopamine levels, the feel-good levels in the brain. They're being clicked on constantly, and then you go through withdrawal. So let's really pay attention to what we watch, listen to, read, and who we hang out with. And then the other thing I want to mention that is so crucial, in 1996, we created a goal achievement program that we've received a lot of rewards for, or awards for, I should say, over the years. And it's called the One Thing Theory. And what we ask our clients to do, and everyone with us today is to choose one goal in 2023 to start with. Now, here's the secret. It's got to be the one that you procrastinated on, delayed, denied, you don't want to do. Now, this sounds weird, right? Because most people in my position as counselors always talk about, being highly motivated and going after your most important goals. But listen to this. When you go after those things that you don't want to, maybe you've been in financial challenges for a number of years. Maybe there's an addiction that's holding you back. Maybe your doctor has said your weight is way too high. You've got to get it down. When you go after that one that you'd rather not, believe it or not, every other area of your life improves automatically. With addiction, if you drop an addiction, you're saving money. You have more energy. You have more patience. You might even save a relationship. And that's just from going after that one major goal. So choose the one that you'd rather not go after, hit it hard, and watch your life change.
Great tips, David. Thank you so much. For more advice from David, you can follow him on Instagram at David_Essel.